Hello Ravens, it's your RRRA Executive, Jay, Jenna, and Sash.
Welcome to our RRRA Rewind.
Before we ended our term, we want to take a look back at some of the amazing memories from this association.
This year, we were unable to host many RRRA traditional programming and opportunities.
So, we're going to take a step back in time and hear from past RRRA executives
on their favorite moments during their time with RRRA.
It's time for RRRA Rewind.
Hi, I'm Jim Watson. I was the floor rep in 81, 82 and RRRA president in 82, 83. That's 19, not 18, 82. A couple of my good memories. We used to have a store and arcade called the Store and Arcade. And it was a pretty boring name, so we had a contest to decide what should we call it. And every time we came up with a name around the RRRA council table, more people would abstain than vote for or against it, so we ended up calling it abstention. So that's the history of why that name is on the old Store and Arcade in the Res Commons. I really enjoyed my time at RRRA. You know, it was a great learning experience. We had a bar at the time called the Breeze Inn. It's now at Tim Hortons. We had a yearbook, a newspaper, a photo lab, all sorts of fun things, and I really learned leadership skills that have helped me as mayor of the City of Ottawa. So thank you, RRRA, for some great memories.
Hi everyone, I'm Sissi De Flaviis, and I was the Vice President of Administration for the 2018-2019 year. My favorite memory was getting together with my team and redesigning the big wall inside the office. We went from a big bright red wall to a mural that reflected the Residents Association and the residence buildings. So if you're ever near the office, take a sneak peek and let us know if you can spot your residence building. Enjoy your time in residence.
Hi, my name is Daniel Pollak, and I was the floor rep for 3rd Prescott in 2015, 2016, and VP Administration in 2016-2017. When I look back at my time at RRRA, I have a bunch of fond memories from our first council training session with Mayor Watson to Res Formal. But what sticks with me the most looking back is what draws anyone to RRRA in the first place, and what ultimately encouraged me to put a team together to run for executive, which is trying to lead the organization, and by extension, the Res Life community as a whole, better than the one we found. And for me, this really meant trying to make council more democratic by ensuring executives couldn't amend the Constitution over the summer without council, by placing a minimum quorum for constitutional amendments, and trying to make council more representative by having more floors represented than previous years, and in the process, getting greater gender parity. But what's so great about the organization is that there's always room to push the envelope and make your contribution in your own way, so I really hope you get involved.
Hello Ravens, it's Jay, your current RRRA President and past Vice President Programming 2019-2020. If I had to choose some of my favorite moments from RRRA, I'd definitely pick Residents' first ever drag queen show that we were able to introduce last year when I was VP Programming. This was held in Fen Lounge and part of ResFest, which was a carnival that we had in the day, and then in the evening we had the drag queen show. This was such a fun event, especially because it highlighted the queer community, which I'm so proud to be a spokesperson for. We also did a panda dance video, which I think was super cool. I got to incorporate my love for dance and also work with some fellow dancers in the Carleton community, part of the Carleton University dance crew. We also had Residence Formal last year that I got to plan. It was a snowball, such a fun event at the Hilton Macleamy. So unfortunate that we didn't get to do it this year. And then this year, obviously being a virtual year, I'd say some of my favorite things that we did were the TikTok dance class, just because I have such a love for TikTok and I know a lot of students learned some fun dances, so that was a great opportunity too. And then we had Mask Over Pack Up, which was our first ever virtual campaign promoting the COVID-19 guidelines in residence, and this was led by our COVID-19 committee, and they did such an amazing job. So sad to see that the year is coming to an end, but I'm looking forward to seeing all the new memories that the association is going to make.
Hi, my name is Lina, and I was the Vice President of Administration from 2019 to 2020. I would have to say one of my favorite memories would be going to British Columbia for a Student Leaders Summit and meeting all different political leaders and student leaders from across Canada, or Frosh, where I got to participate with my team alongside me having one broken hand. So that was really fun and memorable. Overall, RRRA taught me a lot and really turned me into the student and leader I am today, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
What's going on, everyone? My name is Jacob Howell, he, him, and I used to be the Vice President of Administration for RRRA back in 2017, 2018, and then President 2018 and 2019. My time at RRRA is truly uncomparable. I always say it's one of the best years of my university experience, and I gotta say one of my favorite memories has always been Frosh Week. whether it's seeing the facilities around and everyone else helping put on the event, to all the first years coming in and checking it out. I know me and my team in 2018, Melly and Sissi, we put on a lemonade and chill zone, basically like a carnival idea in Res Quad, cotton candy, DJs, inflatables, just really good times. So looking forward to when we can start celebrating again in person and welcoming all the first years back. Best of luck.
Hello Ravens! My name is Mally and my pronouns are she, her. I was Vice President of Programming in the year 2018 to 2019 with my amazing team, Your Voice. My favorite memory of RRRA is the boat cruise. I had so much fun at that boat cruise. It hadn't been done in 5 years prior to my vice presidency, and it hasn't been done ever since. So I'm hoping you get to experience the exact same thing in the years to come. Once COVID is over, I'm really hoping for the best for you. I am currently in Ottawa. I currently work, I do miss school, not really, but I'm wishing you all the best and I hope you have the best university experience.
Hi everyone, I'm Sash Mahara, your current Vice President of Administration. Looking back over the year, I think one of my favorite experiences was redesigning our website. I know that might sound a bit boring, but for me, being a design student, I was really able to apply some of the knowledge that I've learned in school on this new redesign. I was able to create the graphics and the layout and work with our web developers. And overall, it was such a cool experience, and being able to log into that website and see my work online, again, was just such an amazing and cool thing that I could be a part of. Another thing that I really enjoyed this year was our Residents Rise Up event. That was the first time I've done an online campaign. We got to work with some amazing people such as Jessie Thistle, who came and did a talk. It was one of our biggest events with over 1,000 attendees. Overall, that was such a cool experience, and getting to work with all those different on-campus partners to make that come to life, it was just a really cool experience.
Hi, my name's Brittany Galler, and I was part of the 2017 RRRA Executive. My role was Vice President Programming, which means I got to meet a lot of really cool people and plan a lot of really great events. I'd say my favorite event was RRRA Formal. I think it's everyone's favorite. It's our biggest event of the year. It's kind of like prom, but times 10. It's incredible. Everyone has the best time. I also really loved planning Residents Cup. So that was like a sports tournament. So we had a bunch of different sports. I think our best one was soccer, but I might be a little bit biased because that's my favorite. I also really loved Sex Week. We had some really great people come in and help with that. We had a comedian come in, which was a really fun night. We did a sex toy bingo. We had someone come in and talk about consent, someone come in and talk about safe sex. And I think just overall at RRRA, it was a fantastic time. Definitely the highlight of my Carleton experience. I met a lot of really great people, whether that was like our floor reps, anyone on council, other student leaders, faculty, just the students at large. It was an incredible experience meeting everyone and getting to actually make a difference. I love RRRA. It will always be my home.
Hi everyone, this is Graham Pedregosa, he, him. Former RRRA Executive, Vice President Admin 14-15 and President 15-16. I just want to give a shout out to the Residents Association, and I just want to share a memory when I was RRRA Prez and Vice Prez. Back in the day in 2015, selfie sticks were the rage back in the day, and so one of the free things we gave out in Fall Orientation Week was selfie sticks. And these selfie sticks, I tell you, were being used throughout the school year, and everyone had one, and it was a really cool thing. And I don't know if people still use selfie sticks, but I hope those were kind of the main thing that I remember giving out as a RRRA executive. I know COVID-19 has been difficult for a lot of people in residence, and RRRA has definitely gone through a lot this year. But I just want to encourage RRRA to continue what they do. They provide a phenomenal service to students on residence at Carleton, and best of luck in the years ahead.
Hey Ravens, it's Jenna, your Vice President Programming, and one of my favorite memories this year was the very first speed mingling that I hosted during Frosh Week. This event was super fun. I got to meet so many of you amazing resident students, and it was super rewarding to see you guys make new connections and make new memories. Another one of my favorite events was the Epic Drag Bingo that we hosted in collaboration with CAB. This was hosted by the amazing Adriana Expose, and this was super fun event. We had over 100 students come out, and we got to give away some really big prizes. So thank you all for such a great year, and I hope you have a great summer.
name is Hyder Naqvi. My pronouns are he and him. And I was the president of RRRA during the 2016-2017 year and the 2017-2018 year. The highlights of my year include upgrades to extensions, including digitization, where we allowed RRRA to become a little bit more transparent and easier to look into. And this allowed us to dig deep and look at the finances of the association during our committee meetings. The other thing is some of the programs that we had, such as Rest Formal, Rest Cup, and Bingo. The Rest Formal wasn't held the year before I joined RRRA, and so when we brought it back, we wanted to have more people than before. And so in my first year at RRRA, we had over 600 people that attended, and in my second year, we had over 700 people that attended. In all honesty, I love RRRA in all its entirety. It's been a privilege and a huge honor to have been part of this association and to have helped so many people. And I wish future RRRA executives and people that live on campus best wishes, and I wish them best of luck in the association. I think there's a lot of promise there and a lot for people to learn as well from this association. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeremy Brzezowski. I'm currently a team member here at Carleton University. I'm the Director of Student Life and Student Affairs. And in the early 2000s, I had the privilege of being a RRRA Executive. In the fall semester of 2003, we planned to host an event called RRRA is War. And it was a play on RRRA is War, the WWF series that was happening at that time. So we invited WWF stars, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, the Honky Tonk Man, Jim the Anvil Neidhart, amongst others. We had these wrestlers come in, and kind of the compromise was that they were going to share their story and then demonstrate some of their showcase moves. So being, a 19-year-old Jeremy reached out to athletics on the Carleton campus saying, doing this wrestling event, could I book some mats? So on the day of the event, I went to go pick up the mats, and I realized I probably should have specified what type of mats I was seeking. They provided me with yoga mats. And at that point, the event was starting in a few hours, so a mat was a mat. So I brought it over to the Fen Lounge. Those of you that are not familiar with the Fen Lounge is a concrete floor. So a yoga mat did not give a lot of protection to Hacksaw Jim Duggan's, 4-point stance, clothesline, or the Honky Tonk Man's body slide. So as I think back about that event, for a variety of, reasons, lessons I learned, from the programming standpoint, but also the audience reaction is one that, brings me a lot of positive memories. I'll leave it at this point here. One of the things that I admire most about RRRA is the opportunities that it provides students to get involved and be a positive advocate for their community, whether it's joining a committee, the council, being involved in some of the events. RRRA, which to my knowledge is Canada's largest residents association, provides an avenue just for that, for skill development, to build community. And for me, it's what got my start in student affairs and in higher education. So I'm very grateful for RRRA for that.
Thank you for watching and taking a moment with us to look back on the history of RRRA.
The future is bright for this association,
and we can't wait to see what new memories are made by our incoming team.
Bye, Ravens!